Can you see the screen now?
Yes,
Yes,
Karnaple.
sir.
It's visible. Yeah.
So can we start or people who are joining?
Uh, we can
We
start.
can start. Hmm. We
So
can
we can
start, sir.
start.
Okay. So, good morning, everyone. On behalf of Puraskaar, I welcome you all to the Russian Orientation Program. As you might have heard or read somewhere, our motto is to provide free and excellent education. For achieving that, we are taking one step forward by organizing this program. So, in today's discussion, we'll be talking about the Russian language. So, before moving on further, let me give you a brief introduction of the Puraskar. Puraskaar is a non-profit organization to provide free and excellent education. We are open to teach learners from all ages, genders, cultures, and nationalities. As mentioned above, our motto is to provide free and excellent education, जो है कलम से कलाम तक. We teach more than 25 subjects ranging from Hindi to Python. We provide daily classes, weekly webinars, yoga, computer classes, and many more. Puraskaar was founded by Mr. Gautam Kumar. He has an experience of more than a decade in the field of Japanese language. Let's move forward towards the departments who are working towards our aim of providing this excellent education. There are more than 200 volunteers working towards our aim of providing free and excellent education. Therefore, the whole team is divided into three major departments. This is our administrative team. All these departments work under the administrative department and they are furthermore divided into many departments. The main departments are academic, IT, event management, HR, and marketing department. These are the heads of various departments. Academic team is further divided into conventional, foreign, cultural, and other subjects. And the subjects are mentioned here. You can study any of them. For further discussion and presentation, I would like to invite Ms. Shivangi.
Thank you. Hello, good morning, everyone. Myself Shivangi Goel, and I'm one of the Russian faculty at Puraskaar. Basically, I'm from a bio background. Like I did BSc bio in my graduation, and gradually I understand that learning foreign language can give a spark to your career. So for that, then I decided to learn Russian. Uh, I took admission in certificate course with my graduation, and after completing it successfully, I did diploma in Russian. Then it seemed to be a great choice. Then, with the increase in my interest, I decided to do masters in that language. So now I'm pursuing MA in Russian language from GNU, New Delhi. So that's a brief intro about me. Now let's talk about the Russian language. So, do you all want to know Russian? Yes? Answer please. Okay. Uh,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, okay. Thank you. Do you know about Russian language? Like if we ask you some questions, then will you be able to answer? Okay, a little bit. Okay. Okay. Let's check your knowledge. So, my first question is, what is the full form of USSR? Please answer in the chat box. Correct, correct, Harshit. It's Union of, yeah, it's Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Abhay. Correct answer. Okay. So, can anyone tell me when did USSR formed? Any guesses? Okay, it was formed in 1922. Okay. So, can anyone tell me when did it disintegrated?
After the
Mhm.
fall of Berlin Wall in 1991.
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct, Harshit. Thank you for your answer. Okay, so my next question is, how many time zones are there in Russia? Mm-hmm. How many? Two. No, that's incorrect. Yeah, Ayush, that's correct. 11 time zones are there. Yeah, Harshit, 11. Yeah. Okay, okay. So do you know why did it require like so many time zones are there in Russia? Well, basically it's
Geographical
a
extent.
yeah, it's a vast country, so it is difficult for that to, you know, run at one time zone. So there are so many time zones. Okay. So next question is, who is the president of Russian Federation? Hmm. Please answer in the chat box. Hmm. Yeah, correct, correct. Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin. Do you know about Putin? Who is he? Mhm. Okay. He's an ex-KGB agent. Yeah, yeah, former soldier. Yeah, correct, correct.
Former spy as well, I guess.
Yeah, correct, correct. Okay. Next question is, who was the main leader of the Russian Revolution? Please answer in the chat box. Mhm. Okay, more answers. Mhm. Okay, so he's he was Vladimir Lenin, right? So he was the main hero of October Revolution, which took place in 1917. Do you know that? Did you know about what is October Revolution or how that socialist revolution took place in Russia? How is USSR established? Okay, okay, no problem, no problem. Okay, so my next question is, which dance style is the most important cultural symbol of Russia? Any guesses? You can correlate with the figure, the picture which is there with the question. Yeah, ballet. Yeah, it's a classical ballet. Actually, there are so many types of ballet which are famous in Russia. Like, and the most famous theater in which these ballets are presented as Bolshoi theater, or in Russian we call it as Bolshoi theater. Когда вы говорите по-русски, это Bolshoi theater. And okay, let's have a next question. Which Tsar established Saint Petersburg city? Okay, do you know who is Tsar? Who is Tsar? Please write it in the chat box. King, yeah, Harshit, correct. It's a king who ruled the country. No, that's incorrect. Name the Tsar who established the Saint Petersburg city. Hmm. Any answers? Well, okay, it's Peter the Great. Uh-huh. Am I audible now? Yeah, okay. Okay, okay. Okay, okay. So, who was that Tsar? who established the St. Petersburg city? Yeah, correct, Rajat. It's Peter the Great. He was the most influential Tsar in the Russia. Okay, okay. Next question. Who is the father of Russian literature? I think you all are aware of this question. Hmm. Yeah, correct, Ayush. It's Pushkin. It's Alexander Sergeyevich Pushkin was the father of Russian literature. He wrote many poetries, novels. Like his poetries are well renowned in the Russian Federation, and these poetries are, you know, are used by the people and soldiers to motivate them. Like we have songs like Katyusha. It's very famous. It's famous in Russia, and Samaliot also there. Like they used to motivate their people and soldiers by singing these songs and poetries, right? Okay. Next question. Why should one learn Russian? Hmm. Okay, your answers, please. Why do you want to learn Russian? And which, yeah, foreign language. Why do you want to learn Russian or any foreign language? Yeah, additional scope. It gives a spark to your career. Yeah. Do you know which countries speak the Russian language? Hmm. Yes, please answer. Yeah, well, basically it's Russia and Ukraine, yes. Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan. Any more answers? Hmm. Yeah, many countries spoke this language because it is one of the most spoken language and is internationally recognized language. Like if you know Russian, you can go to any of these countries which were the part of former USSR. You can easily get a or get a good job there. Like as we can see in the slide, it is one of the most spoken language in the world. Around 260 million people speak it, and it is the official language of Russia, Belarus, Kazakhstan, and Kyrgyzstan. Like it is also spoken regularly in Israel, the Baltic, China, Ukraine, Armenia, Serbia, and even in the US. Okay, and Russian language has many similarities to languages such as Polish, Ukrainian, Bulgarian, and Czech. Right? So if you learn Russian or know Russian, then it will definitely improve your employment prospectus. Like you can work with any of the MNCs, any of the Russian company, and get job easily as a translator or an interpreter. Okay, next come is the tourism. If you want to know Russia, you go there basically for to visit that country, right? Tourism is a new emerging Russian middle class and led many of the Russians to travel abroad, marking the Russian industry. If you work in tourism, knowing how to speak Russian is definitely something to put on your CV, right? Can anyone tell me the favorite destination of Russian in India where they come and enjoy? Any guesses? Goa, yes, absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. They also come to Kerala for their medical tourism. Yeah, correct. Goa. It's a correct. So, as you all know that the conflict which is going on between the Russia and Ukraine, so the events in Ukraine also prove that Russian is trying to reclaim its position as a geopolitical leader alongside with the US and European Union. Like, you all are aware of this hot topic, right? If you know Russian, you can get a better understanding of their geopolitical, you know, politics. Okay? Yeah. Okay. Uh, do you know that Russia provides a cheaper education? Like in medicine, many of students of India used to go to Ukraine or Russia to get a cheaper education. They learn medicine there at a cheaper rate as compared to India, as India is a very expensive country in order to give. Yeah, good. Your sister is doing MBBS. Great. Hmm. Do you know about the Russia's fascinating culture, their literature, their language? Yeah. If you want to read Tolstoy, Dostoevsky, or Pushkin, then you must read it in their original forms. If you read their translated form, then it is not that much beautiful that as it loses its essence, right? If you know Russian, then you'll be able to read it in their original form, which would be great and give you a pleasure of reading. Otherwise, the essences will be loose, and you won't be able to understand with that depth the way the writer wants to write that. You have Russian music also, which fascinates people. Okay. So that's all from my side. Over to you, Colonel VG Pradeep. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Shivangi. Nicely elucidated about the Russia, a bit of history, and also why we should go learning Russian as a foreign language. Before I start my further presentation, I would like to give a brief introduction. My name is Colonel VG Pradeep. I have put in about 27 years of service in Army. I am a serving officer. Presently, I'm located at Pune, and however, I have done my graduation from National Defense Academy in '94, and later on served in Army and increased my qualification. I am MSc in Weapon Technology, and also I have done my course that is foreign language course in as MA Russian from School of Foreign Languages, New Delhi, and presently I'm a Russian interpreter. I've got a various war experience. I was in Kargil expedition, and as well as have commanded the artillery in various situations. But totally, so we're coming to the gospel. There is a bit of noise in this. Some mic is. Excuse me. Am I audible?
Yes, you are
Yes,
audible.
sir.
Sorry.
Now, coming to the brass tacks, how are we planning to teach Russian as a foreign language? Russian, as you know, has got as per the Embassy of Russian Culture Center. They have divided the proficiency of language into A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2. Now, what we only deal with A1, A2 at this stage. A1 is the elementary level where we are imparting, which is imparted in 120 hours of teaching, which gives you minimal level of knowledge of Russian language that is enough to face the day-to-day situation. Like you want water, but like you want which to know the way, like you are hungry. These are the basic things. So this is known as survival Russian. So that is A1 level. However, if we are successful or imparting A1, we can further plan for A2 level, that is the basic level, where you get better vocabulary, more vocabulary, and you can use Russian language enough to communicate with a limited number of situations. For example, if you are going to a hotel and you want to get the linen changed, so it requires a bit more vocabulary. That is A2 level. But here our aim will be to impart A1 level. So my aim is aim of Russian faculty will be to impart A1 level of Russian language to volunteer students. That is complementary with subtle motivation to join the Indian Armed Forces. This is because it is my personal, you can say, selfish aim that I would be like to motivate and also get the attention of youngsters to defense forces, as Russian language is very closely connected with defense forces. Most of the equipment are ex-import Russia, erstwhile USSR. So it is on my personal interest. I have added this as my personal aim, that if I could motivate few young, bright kids to join Indian Armed Forces. These are the few essential words like which generally all youngsters are interested. Hello, that in Russian is called privet. As you learn the language, you will understand what is on the right. Hello written in English and privet in Russian. Here I would like to bring about Russian is a Indo-European language. It has got alphabets taken from Latin and Slavic language, and it has got a discipline of Sanskrit. Yes, you heard correctly. It has Sanskrit. Sanskrit, if it's an Indian language, and it has influenced most of our languages, the discipline as well as the script. The discipline of Sanskrit is that one letter, like coming, going, is in Sanskrit is sufficient to understand that it is in present tense, past tense, how many people are doing it, whether the job is started or completed, which is not there in English language. Like, for example, in English, if we say, you come here. Now, in that you, do you know how many people are there? No, obviously, no, we will not be able to discern. You come here means I may be calling two people. But in Russian, that is the best. It's a discipline is taken from Sanskrit. Like if you know Sanskrit, if you say pat ka lakar, patti, patta, patanti, patsi, patta, pat, patami, patava, patama. Similarly, in Russian, there is single person who is doing it, two person doing it, many people doing it. The job is completed in present tense, or it's in past tense, or it is and what is the present status of work. So one word is sufficient to understand the status of work and the people doing it. So this language, if you learn, you will be able to understand the linguistics of many of the Indian languages also, and the this thing of the way they have taken English, French, and many of the Indian language words they have incorporated into Russian dictionary. For example, sestra is a Russian word. You can easily understand what sestra means. It's sister. Bhat is a Sanskrit word, and in Russian it becomes Bharat. Agan, Agni is a Sanskrit word. Russian it goes as it becomes Agan. So you can understand many of the words which has come from here, Hindi or Sanskrit, mostly Sanskrit, and they have borrowed many words from French. So it's very easy to understand. Though the discipline or grammar, it will take some time, but one should not give up. Initially, it becomes is a bit difficult to understand, but once you get the grasp of it, it will be a easy sail through. And if you know this language and if you are interested in linguistics, it will help you in all other languages also. So coming back to this slide, the thank you is spasibo and bye is dasvidanya. Now, how we plan to impart this? language awareness to you. That is writing and reading. Firstly, we will go by each lesson. You learn the new words, understand the grammatica, and then you develop your own sentences. Your day-to-day assimilation increases your vocabulary, and similarly, listening and speaking. This we may not be able to impart you in the classroom. However, there are enough videos available in YouTube and various other open channels, so open sources. You can easily go through it and understand how Russians speak Russian language. I can 100% guarantee you any Indian speaker will not be able to speak the Russian in the accent of a Russian person. So it's essential to hear, be a good listener and listen to the way Russians speak. And our aim is to get the language as how the colloquial speaker, colloquial person speaks in the correct form. Now, the Russian and Indo-European languages I already dwelled on. Am I audible? All are there?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sometimes in like this, I many times we get cut and keep on speaking to oneself. Now, coming to this broadening of social circle and all that thing. So even in your Facebook, you can type in Russian and have Russian friends. So that's a different part. Now, learning Russian can help you understand the useful concept of linguistics, which I already told you, for studying other languages, and it will also help you in understanding your own language better. As this in last few slides, Ms. Shivangi had dwelled on how IT sector is getting developed in Russia, and they want either Russians to learn English, or they want Indians, because we are the main IT hub, and we are the think tanks of IT. Even if you go to USA and other European countries, we find Indian software engineers doing the best. So they want Indian help. But the main the drawback of Indians is they don't know Russian. Similarly, Chinese also want Indians. But however, Chinese have a hindrance of English. Mostly all IT is in English. So to overcome this, so this learning this language will become a force multiplier in your career. To become a force in itself, you have to master the language. So then you can survive as a translator, as a interpreter, by learning the language itself. However, if you are an engineer, if you are a doctor, if you are some professional, this language becomes a force multiplier for your profession. So that is one of the best advantage, because this language is widely used. You know, maximum number of hacking takes place from Belarus or Serbia or these Russian-speaking countries, and they are the best known hackers. Maybe some of the IT specialists with us may be knowing better. And these people are the Russian people are the best producer of antivirus also. So medicine दवा के साथ वो बीमारी भी निकालते हैं. Now coming to brass tack, that is how we are planning to impart the language. We have presently the amendment. Now we have got 3 instructors, and the textbook which we will be using is Wagner and Ivashenko. This textbook is available in Delhi People's Publication House, that is in Karol Bagh, and it's a very cheap book, 250 or 260 rupees. It's a very useful book, and it has got a key also with it. And it is just a basic, but knowledge of English is essential to understand the Russian. So we should know either that is the source language, English, and the translation language is Russian, or vice versa. So this book is in. So there is a hindrance that in case a Hindi-speaking person wants to learn Russian, so he should have some basic English knowledge also. because English is Russian can be best translated into English, and for further translating into Hindi, sometime it may lose its essence. We plan to conduct classes 2 hours in a week. So with that and keeping in mind 120 hours of coaching to level to reach A1 level. So it will take with this speed and number of instructors, it's likely to take a year. If the student is dedicated, that is conditions which I am saying, that he is regular and he is dedicated. And this coaching is most likely will continue in this same mode, that is online coaching mode. So we should have a good Wi-Fi. Now, as in Puraskaar, we are joined, and I have asked for some additional support. Like, yeah, as coaching has to be a two-way process. That's to a teacher imparts, and similarly, he should find a reaction from the student. The student is able to grasp, that is the happiest situation for the teacher. So I will request, if you are dedicated, if irada, in army we say irada pakka karo, करना है या नहीं करना है, देयर इज नो बीच में थोड़ा थोड़ा करना है, वो वाला सिस्टम नहीं है हमारे में. वी either do it or don't do it. So इरादा पक्का करो. You want to learn Russian? Yes. Then further जो देखा जाएगा how. इरादा है तो तरीका फिर निकाला जाएगा. Then we increase the number of instructors, so we will have more interactions. And thirdly, in case the student finds is difficult or is not very interested, so obviously we will not like to waste time, and similarly the student will not be eager to waste his time in case he is unable to understand, or he is not interested, or his aim doesn't seem the aim is not being achieved, then he can leave it. Now, for any aim to be achieved, there should be some tangible numbers with me. Like if I am capturing a point, I should say that in 2 घंटे में मैं इस टारगेट को अचीव करूंगा और वहां के ऊपर उस पोजीशन पे मैं अपना LMG या वेपन में माउंट कर दूंगा. ये मेरा इरादा है. बट इसके लिए I require the tangible resources and the time, as well as the aim has to be very clear. So here we are aiming to teach everybody Russian. So at the end of the course, that is about after about 10 months, we will surely like to have a test to qualify to finally make have a certificate that you have spent 10 months and you have reached A level. That is our aim. A1 level of what do you say, qualification achieved in the foreign language. So for that, I'll request the team Puraskaar to liaise with the Russian embassy or Russian Cultural Center, which conducts such exams. So it will be in the interest of students also, that if they are spending so much of time and mastering it, so they get a certificate with that, and we as a faculty and we as a team Puraskaar, we have got a tangible result with us, that so many students have qualified Russian where we taught them. And similarly, students are proudly saying that we have qualified in so and alpha A level or B level in Russian. So that is one of my suggestions for that. And with that, I come to end. And so far, I have the team. The 3 of us are given how we are planning to go about with the Russian coaching, as well as what is our aim and what is the modus operandi. Now, anybody who has any questions, please shoot. Hello.
Yeah.
Any questions you can give?
Anyone have any question? Please go ahead with your question. You can ask here.
There's some questions in the chat box.
Oh, I can't access.
Okay, can you read?
Can you read the question?
Yes, Simran Nana ma'am will be teaching us. They are asking. So the answer is there are three faculties. One is Colonel VG Pradeep, then Shivangi ma'am, and Alfred sir. He is not here today, but he'll also be teaching you. Next question is do I have to know about Russian culture to learn Russian? Is it so?
No, Russian culture is not essential to learn Russian. However, Russian language will make you understand the Russian culture. First of all, if you are speaking a language, a foreign language, you should understand the psychology of a person, that psychology and the culture of that person. Abhi, if you see, for example, Russia sun rises at morning 4 o'clock and sets evening by 5 o'clock. They are finished off with their dinner also. So if you are thinking dinner, so the Indian will think that after 8 o'clock I am going to have dinner. But if a Russian is thinking away or Ujjan, that is lunch or dinner, his timing is completely different. So understand the culture, understanding the psychology of the native is very essential to know the language. Which when you are going through this textbook, which we will be teaching you, there are specific chapters on it for timing, for day to day, for their how their cafes work, how their day to day routine, what is their day to day routine, how they go to the field, how they go to the factory. These we are all lessons we will be teaching you, and automatically you will come to know about their culture, their way of living, their family life, and then this will create a more of curiosity. And obviously, if you there are plenty of material in library about the Russian cultural revolution, and the history of it. Do you know? Just further adding on it, Russia is the one country which has suffered maximum casualty in Second World War. There is, if you say in this thing, about 20 million people they have lost, or 2 crore log they have lost in Second World War. There is not a single family which has not lost a person in Second World War. So this country has borne the brunt of the wars. Most of the attack, even First World War also, which the attack was raised from east to west, and similarly, sorry, it's from this thing up now. Russia from Germany towards Leningrad, and in Second World War also same thing happened, and maximum casualties were there over Russia. So the Vienna is the Russian word of war. War is the important aspects of their day-to-day life. Even if, for example, in the marriage, they go and pay their tributes to the cemetery first, and you will find they are giving they're paying their homage to a person that is their great grandfather who had died in the Second World War. So they have got a very lot of military bearing in their family. So what I am coming to it is understand when you read able to understand the language, when you are able to read it, you will automatically understand the culture of it. And in addition, if you read some novels and all that thing, novels and allied books, it will help you understand the basic languages also. But we will assure you that as you read, you go through the syllabus, you would start learning the languages. Each lesson will be dealing to a daily routine or a part of life. So it will make you understand. Is it clear? Am I able to answer?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for answering. There are a few more questions.
Yeah,
The
please.
next question is
Secondly, one thing,
what?
is there any time limitation? Time है हमारे पास?
Yes, sir. We have few minutes. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, what are the advantages of learning Russian language in terms of employment opportunities? And the
Okay.
conflict that is happening now, can this affect Russian employment opportunities?
Yes, good question. Because presently Russia and Ukraine thing It's all over the channels. If you see any channel, वही यहाँ अटैक हो गया, वहाँ अटैक हो गया, इतने लोग मारे गए, and Indians आ रहे हैं वापस. So this is there in all channels. Obviously, this question has come to mind. See, this is a present geopolitical situation. This situation keeps on changing. Maybe tomorrow Ukraine be part of Russia, or Ukraine be an independent country when if further NATO decides that there will be change of the geopolitical situation. So this is a fluid situation. So the like a lot of students have come back yesterday from Ukraine. There are for a lot of medical students. So now what happens to them? So such question is very unpredictable. But however, this Russia has always been, as in the presentation also we have briefed, it has been the hub center of medical education and aerospace management and its technology courses. So they will continue to have an upper hand on it, and obviously peace will be established. You cannot always be on war. Even the Second World War also ended. So this war is going to end, and this situation will be re-established. So obviously, a country like Russia, where it invites foreign students to come to their colleges, will continue to maintain its same rapport. And similarly, this Ukraine, Poland, and Latvia, Estonia, these countries they have been hub center for learning and coaching. Even music, the Western music is taught in the Belarus. I've been to that school also. So a lot of Indian students are learning there. Similarly, the English language, our Hindi cultural troops and the dancers are being taught to them. However, if a dancer goes to that Belarus, America, or Russia or somewhere for coaching, obviously she should know Russian language. If a yoga teacher goes there, she may be master in yoga. However, she cannot establish unless she knows the local language. So once again, I'm telling you, this geopolitical situation keeps changing. However, the importance of language, your career prospects will be multifold in case you learn the Russian language. That is what you are specialist in. This will become a force multiplier, and any employer will like to take a person who knows the local language. If you are an engineer who have to be employed in Kazakhstan, so you may be a master, a great engineer, but however you will not be able to establish in Kazakhstan unless you know the language. So it's very important to understand the language. These geopolitical situations keep changing. However, the importance of language never changes. Am I able to answer that?
Yes, sir, sure. The next question is, one student is asking, so I don't even know its alphabet and don't know much about how to write or read it.
You are joining us for that only. Yeah, before that, you should know just your English, pure English knowledge should be there, because should have a launch pad. So English knowledge is sufficient. We are here to teach you what alphabets or what is the grammar and everything, that we are here to teach you. But I want just your dedication, your time, your dedication. बाकी मैं करा लूंगा आपको.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I will.
Good morning, sir. One more question I have.
Yeah, please.
Sir, I give 1 hour a day to Russian language. How much time it will take to understand basic conversation?
Yes, I told you in the presentation also. There is a level of learning. That is about 2,000 words you learn. That is A1 level of, sorry, 1,000 words. A1 level, which we are planning to impart. So you will not be able to understand what Putin says. That is very clear, because it is a local language which he is speaking in a colloquial way. but this is called as survival language, is survival level of language specialization. That is, in case you go to Russia or you're any Russian speaking country, you will be able to understand basic requirement for survival. That is, what is money. You are able to read what the currencies say, that it is a 10 rupee or the 5 ruble or 1 kopeck, or what are if you want to buy water, you want to buy food, you want to ask route, you want to tell your name, you want to go to some place X. So these are survival thing, मतलब कि डे टू डे रिक्वायरमेंट की चीजें आपको A1 लेवल में सिखा दी जाएंगी। ये इतना ही हमारे पास टाइम है और इतना ही हमारे पास रिसोर्सेस एंड ये है, because it require further language lab and all that thing, and it require more training and time for getting more of mastery on the complexities. There are similarly A2 level, B1 level, B2 level, C1 level, and C2 level. So if you go to Russian Cultural Center site, you will come to know, but you require some time for researching on this. If you take it out, you will find out, you will be able to easily understand what is the level and what does it imply. So अगर आप C1 और C2 लेवल तक पढ़ोगे तो आप उसकी नॉवल पढ़ सकते हो, पुष्किन की नॉवल पढ़ के उसको समझ सकते हो. Or if you want to read Russian newspaper, I think B1 or B2 level is sufficient. And there is different level of it and different time required to impart, and resources, language lab वगैरह चाहिए होता है. The resources also required to get a different level of improvement. So here our aim is to get you survival level of Russian specialization, language specialization. Is it clear?
Oh, thank you, sir.